The pick and roll is one of the most common and effective plays in basketball. From youth leagues to the NBA, teams use it to create open shots, driving lanes, and scoring opportunities. In this video, we'll break down the basics of the pick and roll and explore how you can score, create for your teammates, and make the right play in different situations. First, we'll start off with the easiest read that you can make. You see that Luka first receives a screen from Aiton, and more importantly, you need to look at Luka's defender, Jaden McDaniels. He went under the screen. That signals to Luka to shoot a three-pointer. The read is that if you see your defender go under the screen, just like Jaden McDaniels did, you need to take advantage of the extra space between you and your defender by shooting a three. Let me show you a different example. This time you see that Luka is being guarded by Ant. Luka receives a screen from JV. Again, Luka sees that his defender went under the screen, so he pulls up for a three. The read is exactly the same. If you see your defender go under the screen, take advantage of the space and shoot a three. Now I will show you what you can do if your defender goes over the screen. You see that Kyrie is going to receive a screen from Maxi and his defender decides to chase over. Kyrie attacks the pick and roll, but more importantly, you need to look at the big man Jusuf Nurkic. He's going to drop down, leaving space right around the free throw line or elbow area, meaning that Kyrie has enough space there to shoot a mid-range. The read in this play is that if you have enough space in the mid-range to shoot and you see that the big man is dropping down and getting closer to the paint and your main defender is behind you and they can't contest, that's when you shoot a mid-range. Let me show you another example. Kyrie receives the screen and you see that it's the same read. His defender is now chasing him. Kyrie is going to try to attack the big man, but he notices that the big man is going to continuously drop down and get closer to the paint. So instead, he sees that he has space in the mid-range and he pulls up for a midi. One of the more common ways you can score in a pick and roll is to shoot a floater. Luka is going to receive a screen and you see that his defender is going to chase over. Now Luka is going to work his way closer to the paint, but Rudy Gobert is going to stop him from getting a layup. Now, instead of forcing a difficult layup, Luka just stops and shoots a floater. The read in this situation is that if you have worked your way down to the paint, but a rim protector is stopping you from getting a layup, and you're very close to the paint, that's when you should shoot a floater. This is a different example where you see that Luka is going to work his way down and again he's going to shoot a floater. The first way you can pass in the pick and roll is called the dump pass. It's when the defense decides to focus on you and leave the screener alone, and so you just pass it low in between the defenders to your teammate. A different way you can pass in this situation is just instead of passing it low, you can pass it over the top just like Luka did. The second and the more advanced way you can pass in a pick and roll is called the weak side pass. The way you do it is that if you see both defenders, the screener's man and your man are focused on you and the screener is left alone, but someone from the weak side steps in and your teammate in the corner is wide open, instead of passing it to the screener, you pass it to them in the corner. What makes this pass so difficult is that you need to be aware of basically 4 or 5 people. You need to be aware of your defender, the screener's defender, you need to be aware of the teammate in the corner and his defender, and most importantly, you need to be able to make that pass without being stolen. Thanks for watching. If you want me to break down your film, join the Discord community so I can help you see the mistakes that you make on the court. And again, thanks for watching.